Eddie G. TV. Eddie G TV. Eddie G TV. Eddie G TV. Eddie G TV. Boom. Eddie G TV. About to start another episode. About to start another year.
2020.
Say something. So, I know you know a lot more about this whole thing coming up. The other thing that I know about World War III is that it was an ill posse cut on the Rough Riders. Volume 3 has Snoop, Jadakiss, Scarface, and a young one. I want to say.
Yeah. I'm familiar. I know what you're saying.
Yeah. But let's fill the people in on what's going on with what people are going crazy about World War III.
With World War III, see, I don't know much about this topic, but all I know is that...
I know you're a lot more political than I am, so...
True. I mean, one of my New Year's resolution was to kind of fade out on the whole political thing. Actually,
here we are.
And here we are. So, surprise! But all I know is that...
This could put it into the cap. You really... You need to say, like, put your shit out there and be like, yo, brah, and then be done.
All I know is that the United States of America is in conflict with Iran. There's always been a conflict there. Trump killed one of their generals, which was a terrorist.
Yeah.
Right? What everybody's all up in arms about, from the left side, it's because he didn't do it the proper way, and there's other things. Well, it's just the way...
Through courts and all that shit?
True. I mean, it would have to go through Nancy Pelosi. So, it would have to go through her and what's going on with the impeachment and everything else. So, there's a lot of conflict there.
I don't know much about that. You know about that?
Actually, from the impeachment, from what I know, is that... it still has to be official through the Senate once the papers get there. The papers have to reach the Senate, right. But Nancy Pelosi's holding on to them because she wants the way how that court basically works to fall in her favor from basically my knowledge. But it's a big mess, man. It's a big mess, but yet...
Yeah, for sure.
Yet that country's doing so well right now. Unemployment at an all-time low, and
Okay.
But there's pros and cons to it. I mean, any government around the world, there's a lot of the conservatives rising. Over in England, that's Boris. But
Yeah, it's like for me, like somebody that's not really into politics, I get like the little bits of like both sides. I get. Like people like sometimes I'll be scrolling through Instagram and some people cut a clip and you see the clip and something says, and it's like, wow, this guy, like, I'm like, he says some foul shit, like it's almost like, but then like on the other side of it, like I hear, okay, the economy's up, like people are having more jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So on that side, it's almost like he's almost doing the job right, but being like a complete asshole about it, like almost like from my outside perspective, like that's what I've got from both sides. It's almost like he is doing the job right, but he's like being a fucking complete fucking.
Well, he's egotistical, absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
he doesn't need to tweet about everything.
Well,
Right.
I mean, that's kind of his outlet, right? I mean, that's a lot of people have that. I mean, that's their outlet on everything to get their voice out. But I mean, as far as that goes, I mean, yeah, he's egotistical. But let's look at the whole end result.
That's what I was saying. Like that's why I hear both sides. I'm like, I said, okay, it seems like he's doing the job right because things are working out.
True.
It's just like.
True. I mean, he's doing a decent job. There's just a whole lot of ripples in the water.
It's almost like, okay,
Republicans and the Democrats.
It's almost like you look at a company, right? Somebody comes in and there's like a new CEO of a company, and everything starts running better a little bit, and but the guy's a complete dick, right?
Right.
So then, over time, all the employees are starting to get like to the point where like they don't feel like they're valued. So they're coming into work like, oh fuck this place, and they're gonna work less, and then so it's like I see like from a company perspective of like somebody like that.
Right.
I can see like it being a good results at first, and then kind of like bad results.
Yeah.
At the end.
True. There's always pros to cons to everything. There's a yin and yang to everything. That's basically what life is run upon.
Yeah.
Right. It's everything. For anything to exist, it's so much as opposite. So that's basically life itself. There's only one thing that always remains the same. Oh, absolute. Sure, it's the absolute, and that's change. Change. It's the one thing. It's not, but yet it can sway back and forth like a pendulum.
So what are the countries like that the U.S. has problems with like right now? Just Iran, or is there like?
Well, right now Iran for sure.
Yeah.
But you also have to worry about Russia and China with that whole case, right? That's a big scare right there. So it's a serious matter what's going there, but I'm trying to lead off the politics. I'm trying not to get into it because I got just too much into it.
Well, I would say like, I don't want to mess with the Russians because like, like their vodka can fuck you right up like.
True.
And it's like, oh, like they drink that shit, like, I don't want to fuck with them, that fucking vodka. I did this shot, when I was leaving my cousin's house on Christmas Day.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a shot of moonshine. I've done shots of moonshine before, but like this shot, like I was drunk, but I wasn't like, I was like still alright.
Right, really tipsy.
Yeah, I was pretty good. I was handling myself pretty good. But I was drunk, and like right before we leave to do the shot, we already had called the cab.
Yeah.
So he's like, "You want to do the shot?" Me and my stepdad do the shot. I do it, and he does it.
Yeah.
Before it's even fully down, I see my stepdad like running to go outside and puke.
Really?
Yeah. Me, I'm looking at him like, should I join him? I'm like, should I join him? Because I was like dying inside. And like by the time like the cab came right after that, I got dropped off at the corner by my house, just over here.
Right.
And I was so fucked up at the corner. I was like, man, like I don't even know if I can get home right now. Like from the corner, like I was like, oh shit, and it hit me that quick.
Oh yeah.
I've never been hit by a shot liquor like that.
Yeah. Yeah, moonshine can do you right, man.
Yeah. So let's get into some of these things. So do you think they play Call of Duty on army bases?
I have no idea about that, man. I haven't been a gamer for years, but it would be interesting to if that was true. That's for sure.
I got the idea for this topic. I seen a meme earlier, and it was like the government is watching all the Call of Duty scores to see if they're gonna recruit.
Oh yeah.
And top Call of Duty guys they're like, oh, we want him to go there and shoot for us, right? But yeah, I think it'd be crazy if I'd like to see how good they are on the game.
On the game.
Yeah.
Well, it's a different thing on the game, though, right?
Right.
So.
And how do they play? Like, do they like, are their deaths like very low? Are they very like strategic, or are they out there just blasting because it's the game, right?
Right. I don't know, man. I mean, when it's real life in a game, it's totally two different things,
Right. But do they like practice it like almost like it was real life? There
could be a simulation or something like that. Who knows? Yeah. I mean, when you go out in the field and they do the test run where things.
Well, like when we talk about Call of Duty, like the government probably already has things like that are way past.
Probably
for them trained, like
Probably they are 20, 30 years ahead.
I just thought of that now.
They're trying to hold back.
I just thought of that now. I'm like, there's no way they're playing Call of Duty. They're on some like fucking way futuristic shit, right?
Right.
Yeah, I just thought of that. Like, that was I just thought it'd be kind of funny if they were playing Call of Duty.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
So I have a prediction for 2020.
What's your vision?
Okay, so it's not 2020. I'll tell you that right now. But in hip hop, like I think 2 years ago, I made a prediction on the No Condom podcast, and I said it was gonna be the year of female MCs, and there was a ton of them that year, and I was right on that prediction. So this year, I'm gonna go. That's a pretty simple one though. Like, you know, that could happen, right? This one I'm gonna go out on ledge.
But it did happen.
It did happen, but I'm gonna go a little bit more on ledge this time. So a lot of people have talked about these two MCs doing a collabo together. It's never happened, and I thought it never made sense because their album cycles never lined up.
Okay.
But I think we're gonna get either the here's things that we might get the Kendrick and Cole collabo album. If it's not a collabo album, I think they'll have their own albums, but they were released on the same day. We're gonna get one of those.
That's a good prediction. I like that.
Because I think album cycles, it lines up like people talked about that before.
Yeah.
But their album cycles never really, like I thought about that. Like their album cycles really never lined up like on how they're doing shit.
Right.
This is the first time I think both of them kind of like line up like to put out like something around the same time. So I think we're getting.
That's a good prediction. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my eye open for that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that prediction out there.
That's awesome. I'm
So
gonna remember that.
You got any predictions for the year?
Haven't really thought about it. I just want to have a good year. I've been thinking about so many other people and other things right now. I'm kind of being a little bit selfish and thinking about me. Take a little time out, but
Hey, sometimes if you're not right inside, you can't help anybody else.
right. That's absolutely right. That's good advice. Yeah. Knowledge.
Dropping gems.
Yep.
So, who do you got? Who's the better rapper, Mos Def or Black Thought?
That's a tough one for me. I would lean to Mos Def though. A lot of talent. He's been around for a long time. I mean, they're both a lot of talent, but
Yeah.
I'm more familiar with Mos Def, I think.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say about it. I would say if you took their you took all their catalog and all their verses and stuff like that, or other songs and stuff like that,
Mm.
and you made like a best top 20 list.
Right.
I think Black Thought would be on there more, but I think Mos Def would be more in the top 10.
Top 10?
I think Black Thought would have more in the top 20 of their verses and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because I think Black Thought's just done more, I think, like all the Roots albums and shit like that, and there's so much. So like if I was going to make a mix of like their best 20 verses or whatever like that, I think like most, like from 99 to like 05 or wherever.
Yeah.
That time period.
Yeah.
Him in that time, like I like, cause you gotta look at their whole time, right?
Oh, wait, absolutely.
Cause like he did some things after that that were like I was like it kind of like, but him in that time, I don't see hardly anybody like he's very high ranked. If you just put it like MCs in a certain time period.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Him in that time period is very high.
I agree.
But I think overall,
Yeah.
I think Black Thought would have more in the top 20, but most would have a couple in the top 5. Like,
And I can see
he
that.
might have number 1. He might have number 1, but like Black Thought would have more in the whole top 20. That's
I could agree to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
Because Black Thought's a fucking.
I never thought about that though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was a good question.
Oh, yeah.
That was a damn good question. Boom.
Boom. So here's the one you've been waiting for. Talk about shoes.
Talk about shoes.
Yeah.
Word. Talk about shoes.
So yeah.
Got the Ewings on. St. Patrick's Ewings.
Socks on.
He's doing it real comfy.
Yeah, I got socks on.
Real
But
comfy.
yeah. So I seen this. There's obviously a spoof. I'm like, these aren't real. But like they were like Nike Jesus shoes, and like in the soles they have holy water in them.
I would have to see it to believe it. You know what I mean?
So you're walking on holy water, and I was like, what happens if you like wear these things out, and all of a sudden like it just like you should be walking one day and it's like splash, like you fucking have a big puddle and walking.
Splash.
Like it fucking just breaks through, right? Like you wear them out too far.
Yeah.
Everybody would wear them out too far until like they're like And like, imagine how uncomfortable that would be. After the water comes out, like you'd be like, I have to walk home. Like I'd be like, fuck.
Yeah, that would be an awful walk home, right?
Yeah.
That would be an awful walk. But at least if they break, you could go splash.
Or imagine like fucking, you couldn't wear them up here, up in Canada.
Yeah, they would freeze, right?
Or you just wear them in the summertime or whatever like that.
True.
But you couldn't wear them like.
Hopefully it doesn't get to like,
but,
you know.
I was thinking if they actually come out with them and have the commercial for it, they have to have fucking Jesus vlogs. Because you're walking on holy water, right?
Say something. Word.
Yeah, you're walking on holy water, so like fucking. This commercial's like Jesus walks.
I like that. That's a good commercial.
No, yeah, for sure.
This man should be paid if that commercial happens. Remember that.
Boom, boom.
Say something.
Rocking like we got maracas. Boom, a little cut. Nobody noticed. Boom, we're back in.
Nobody noticed the cut. Say something.
Say something.
Rocking.
Yeah, so Major League Baseball has now taken off the ban of weed for their players, so now their players can get high.
Gotta put down the beer and do a applaud for that one. That's double thumbs up
you
too.
See how I did that? Because I'm fat. I don't want to reach down like that, so I just held at that, but I still got it down.
Hey man.
I still show the appreciation.
You gotta do what you do, you know what I mean?
I still show the appreciation for it. Boom, boom, boom.
Respect.
So I do Fat Man's Unite.
Doesn't matter who you are, but alright.
and it's cool that we're talking about baseball like that, because like you see some of their players like they're not fat, but they're like
they're husky.
They're husky.
They're husky.
Yeah.
They're husky. But hey, they pull their weight, right?
Shout out to baseball players. I think they make more money than like a lot of other.
Yeah, they do.
Other sports too.
One of the highest paid. Actually, I think they are the highest paid sports players still.
Yeah.
Even though like baseball's kind of dying out, man.
Is it though?
Well,
there's those people. I don't know.
In the States, probably not, right? In the States, probably not.
See, like I don't say things are dying out. I don't say people are washed. I don't say certain things because there's a lot of people that I don't know, and like in certain you go to certain cities. And like in the States or whatever like that, you say baseball is washed, they'd be like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Right, like I mean,
right, like they're serious about like.
True.
They're like so like, even when like I even hate when people are like, "Oh man, like this rapper's washed up." I'm like, man, do you realize that rapper's out there like, fucking. Out in Europe doing mad tours,
right? Yeah,
super cake,
doing crazy amount of shows in a year. Yeah, oh yeah, they're putting in the work and they're hustling, and they're probably doing like another side hustle or two, like you know.
But yeah, it's cool. I think they say like for most drugs, it's because of the competitive nature, right?
Right.
See, like weed affects all drugs affect everybody differently, right? But there is some people that I think like could like. Man, like there's some people that focus more. So like you give that to a person with like a batter, and he's able to focus a little bit more, and he can hit that ball like.
But I don't think that cannabis or marijuana, whatever you want to call it, I don't think that that would improve your. It wouldn't improve your performance as an athlete, especially. No. Especially in a whole lot of sports, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of slows you down, whether it's indica, hybrid, or sativa. But first off, is it really a drug? It's a plant. It comes from the ground, right? Exactly. It's really truly a flower because the buds are the flower, you know. And it's a great plant, whether it's CBD or THC.
Yeah, because like
that's the chemical name for the drug.
Like it might be like I might be able to like see the pitch better and hit it and like a single or whatever like that, right? But me running trying to steal second, I'm probably better off not being high.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe for the bat, like where I'm like I can see it, I can catch it better.
Yeah.
But I am definitely doing a worse job at trying to steal second when I'm high.
Right.
Yeah.
But you do have those some of those baseball players that have that mushroom top belly or that little bit of a beer belly. Like I remember Kirby Puckett, played for Minnesota Twins. We won the World Series against the Jays. I used to play a lot of baseball and I was good at it, but I remember that time and I was like, they're gonna win the World Series. Mm-hmm. My whole family was all like, "Oh, you're crazy!" Da 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 da.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was the only one. Everybody else had Jays stuff on. I was sitting there with Minnesota. Yeah, with the glove that I used when I was a kid. Yeah, Kirby Puckett.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But with players in like any kind of sport being able to use weed afterwards, I think the best solution would be kind of like after the game, because you get so intense in the game.
Right.
Just to kind of like now like it.
Well, definitely not during the game.
Yeah.
Right.
After the game, they're like, I bet you it takes a while for them to like kind of like wind down, right?
Right. Right.
All right. But they just smoke that joint after a hard game, you know.
True. I can also see.
And it's not really gonna affect your next game, like your next day's game, or your, you know.
No.
If you're smoking right after the game, like it's not gonna affect your game.
Right.
The next day.
I mean, I could even see smoking one an hour or two before a game, and then you know those players that do that could go in and play their game. But I mean, don't make that time short. Make sure that it's an hour or two and not 15 minutes before the game. Go in there glued for the national anthem and, you know.
Or just get super fucking
right. Yeah.
I'll say for practice, for practice, just get super baked. So like, if I can do this shit super baked, like when I go there for the game and I'm ready, I can fucking crush it, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, think of Michael Phelps, right? I mean, he smokes weed and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, if he smoked one before he did practice, then hell, they might as well do it. Or even during practice. You can't really do that when you're swimming, though, right? But I mean, Michael Phelps, that's a big one, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Bunch of donors type of weed. And so I'm like, oh, we're gonna move on to the next topic. It doesn't get any better. it just shows we are stoners. So
lay it on, drop it down, say something.
So me, when I go to the movie, I don't need popcorn. I'm not like a person that like goes out and like I like to grab a Mickey. I like to grab a Mickey before I go in. I get one of the big cups.
Okay.
And I drink a little bit out of it.
Yeah.
And then I pour my whole Mickey in there, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I pour my whole Mickey in there. I sit there during the movie, drinking through my straw, right? So if I drink a Mickey within like the 2-hour movie, I'm feeling pretty good.
True.
But
what's popcorn gonna do, right?
yeah, what's that? What's popcorn gonna do? You know what? I seen a thing. I'm like, what would you rather have at the movie theater? Fries or popcorn? And I was like, I would go with fries.
Well, why don't they make them both? Right? Popcorn's already a thing. That's been around for literally years and decades, right? But why not try and introduce fries into the picture? That would be a good thought, right? And then you would have your choice, but you're not going for the popcorn. You're going for the fries.
Right.
That would be the better solution, right? And if you have a deep fryer there, why not go the extra mile and start thinking of other things that can be deep fried? Jalapeno poppers.
What if they have the popcorn?
Yeah.
And like little tater tots within the popcorn.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I gotcha.
Both.
Right, kind of like a breaded thing around the popcorn, right? Like
no. Like have the popcorn, like have it half of it popcorn,
okay,
half of it tater tots, all mixed together. So it's like when you grab like a thing.
You might be onto something with that one. Maybe you should. I'm gonna start experimenting.
You keep on saying these things. I'm like, I might not even put this episode out. Like, all these things we're thinking about. Like
next episode, we're doing popcorn and tater tots.
Yeah.
Say something. Start a new thing.
Okay. So I seen this guy put up a cover of a song, but like he was really killing it. He was really proud of his shit. So like he was like he had it up on YouTube, but they took it down because like it was a cover or something. Right?
Okay.
So then he was
Copyright
like,
issue?
Yeah, copyright issue.
Okay.
So he was like, you know, like, this is some of the best shit I ever did. So he's like, it has to be out there. Like, he was probably like, sometimes the covers like sometimes they do better than the original, right?
True.
So this guy's like, my shit has to be out there. So like, so they wouldn't every time you try to put it up on.
You take it down,
on
YouTube
or Facebook or anything like that. It was all the copyright come up.
Oh, like social media?
Yeah.
Really?
So what he did is he uploaded it on Pornhub and got mad hits.
Okay, what?
He uploaded the song on Pornhub. It had nothing to do with anything sexual. Like, and the video had nothing to do with anything sexual. It was just on Pornhub as a video.
Okay.
And it was getting mad hits, and it might be still up there.
And it's still on Pornhub?
Yeah.
You should put that video up at the end of this video, just so that
Right.
everybody, just
Right.
just a little clip of it. But
Or you're gonna like find the link and put it in the description.
do
Yeah.
that instead.
If I do find the link, I will put it in the description.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I admire his hustle. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do, and that he did it.
Yeah.
Congratulations, beer down. Applause for that.
Yeah.
That was
Actually,
amazing.
I'm just thinking about I might start putting all my content on Pornhub.
If it works, it works, man.
I mean, like, I don't know if I want to really because I have an account already on Pornhub, and it's doing alright.
Okay.
I don't want to associate the two, so
Congratulations.
I'm gonna say it on here.
Cheers.
But I feel like I've wanted to get in front of this camera before. That camera right here.
Well, you're not shy, right?
Yeah.
You're not shy.
I look like in the camera, I think about a girl I'm super into, and like, so like the comments are always like, yeah, I like how he looks at the camera. So
At least they're seeing it, right?
yeah, the eye contact is there.
They're watching. Watching.
It's like they look down, they see what I'm doing, they like come back. I'm still locked in.
That's talent, though. That's talent.
Right.
Right?
Right. And then like it's funny, like I didn't notice it on my life until I did it on camera. But like when I nutted, I got a really good nut. I do this like weird shoulder thing afterwards.
Do the shake,
like
the shake?
Just something goes through my body. I'm just like, oh yeah. Do the shoulder shake. But yeah, I don't want to show you the two videos, so I'm not gonna put the name of the Pornhub account on there. But yeah,
Do what you gotta do, man.
it makes more money than the YouTube though.
Well, I can believe it. But I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, and if you wanna go in it that way, by all means, go in that way.
Yeah.
If you feel no shame on it, then don't do it. But it's on personal preference. But hey, I admire that man's hustle.
Yeah.
He did everything he had to do.
Yeah. I was actually joking about I don't have another porno. I don't have a porno account. I'm just fucking around. But 'cause some people were like, they probably paused the video and they're like probably on Pornhub right now. Let's see this shit. And they come back and they're like, oh, he was fucking around.
Yeah.
And then they paused the video and came back and they're like, oh, that fucker.
Yeah. Now we've got you glued. If you haven't already been glued.
Yo, so what do you think about when you see an ad of like something that you were just thinking about, but you never said it out loud? You never wrote it down. You never said it to anybody. You were just like, oh, I wonder what, you know. Like, oh, I'm thinking about going to Canadian Tire today. I didn't say it to nobody. I'm thinking that in my head. I'm like, and then all of a sudden you see an ad for Canadian Tire, like, what the fuck?
Like mind control, basically, right? Like, well,
Is the chip already in me? I don't know.
it's the chip party. That's a good question. Are we already hooked up to the Matrix?
All right.
And what's this chip all about? Like, if we're already hooked up to the Matrix, then why the hell do we need a chip in our?
Yeah.
You know, but no, I know what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see something on TV or an ad on the internet. I hate that, man. Oh, do I ever hate that? That was the stupidest thing ever. Wasn't YouTube advertisement free at one point. And who was it that fucked it all out? Soldier Boy?
What do you mean?
No, that was a different topic. But
No, what do you mean with
with the advertisement on
Advertising.
YouTube, like the advertisements on YouTube now are stupid. They're ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
like just leave it alone already. You know, like back in the day, it wasn't like that.
Well, that's how the content creators make money, right?
Well, I know it's all about money.
Well, even like
Right.
for me,
Yeah,
like if I want to make money off YouTube, I gotta put the ad on my video.
true. Well, but that's the everyday hustle now, right? Like that's people doing the side hustle when they're doing their hustle. If they're doing the regular 8-hour job or 10 or 12 or even 16, because some people really do that. I miss doing that, but gotta start up the side hustle like you.
Right. So yeah, one last topic I think is fucking great. Okay. So
Can't wait for this.
heaven and hell. Most people say they'd probably rather go to heaven. And then I thought that for a long time too. I was like, shit's hot down there, I'm fat, I'll be sweating all the time. Like, but I was like, okay. But especially during the holidays, I realized this. I love deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs?
Yeah. And like you gotta think like what else is deviled? Like you have unlimited like when you go to hell, you got unlimited deviled eggs. Devil's probably sitting there fucking making eggs the whole fucking time for how many people are down there. You know, people gotta eat, right?
That's a good comical vision. I like that. Yeah.
Right? So he's right down there fucking making the eggs the whole time. So it's like, yo, I love deviled eggs.
Yo, they're delicious,
Yeah.
but I mean, you've got to have your limits, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
you can't go crazy.
Well, okay, so here's where it comes in, right? So I was like, okay, I probably get sick of them after time, right?
Right.
But I was like, okay, so what foods are in heaven? So
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
So I was like, the fucking God's like, yo, you're an angel now. You get your wings.
Right. Angel food cake.
No, you're an angel now. You get your wings.
Okay.
So like when God's like, hey, oh, you get your wings. You'd be like, hey, is that lemon pepper? Is that Bundy? Eh?
Okay.
Yo, you don't even deserve to go to heaven if you're getting honey garlic wings. Eh? If God's gonna give you wings and you get honey garlic, I'd be like, oh, you don't even deserve to be up here. Eh? And go down there and get those fucking deviled eggs.
I like that.
But I think I'd rather eat wings for longer than deviled eggs for longer. I think because you can switch up the flavors and wings and shit too, right?
True.
So
when you think about it, both come from the same animal. Right? Eggs and chicken, buddy.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a good thought, though.
So I think I'd rather be in heaven for the food.
I don't know, man. I mean, there's a lot of good smoked meat, man, and I think that, I mean, if you're kind of judging it,
Okay.
you know, like for foods in general, right? But I deviled eggs, I would, yeah,
Deviled eggs versus chicken wings.
right, yeah, chicken wings over deviled eggs for sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
is there any foods you think would be a
down in heaven or down in heaven, down in hell.
you know, red hots in hell?
Probably, yeah. I was like struck right there with thought. I'm trying to think of foods like that right now, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we got this. Oh, and flats over drums.
Flats over drums?
Yeah. Gotta put that out there.
True. I don't think I have a preference on that one.
I think you get more meat from the flat.
From the flat?
Yeah. Because it is 2 bones, but they are super thin. That drum, that bone.
Right.
If you'll make that comparison,
You're right.
that bone in that drum is probably bigger than the 2 you get in the flat.
I like your logic on that. I like that logic.
And there's a twist technique. You just pull the one out and then.
There's a lot of techniques for those flats, eh?
Yeah.
Like,
if you really know what you're doing, there's a.
Oh yeah.
Well, you can pull that thing out clean. Eh? You just put it to the side. You just pull it right out of there, clean.
I remember working at a pub in Calgary, and there was an American that came up from one of the southern states. I don't remember what it was because I was back in the kitchen cooking. But the way how he would eat a flat was pick it up, put it all in his mouth, and then strip it, right? Well, he did it with one of those, and I guess he caught one of his teeth, one of his tooth. Yeah. Took it out, and blood just started gushing everywhere. Ambulance had to come and everything, and I'm back.
For that technique, you need to twist it and pop the one bone out, and then you can do the whole thing pretty easy.
Yeah. But as they described it, he was just taking the whole thing and just ripping it right out, and he caught a tooth and came out and started bleeding everywhere. It just started like gushing onto the bar.
He was leaking?
Yeah.
He was soaking wet?
Yeah. Just caught. Yeah. I was making pizzas. And they were damn good pizzas. They were excellent pizzas.
I make good pizzas too. Watch it, Cooking with Eddie G.
Great episodes on those episodes.
Yeah.
Great show.
Yeah. So
I want to be on that one day.
I gotta figure out.
I know you got a lot of work ahead of you, brother.
I gotta figure out with that.
Fair enough.
All right. So we out. This is Eddie G TV. Thanks to my guest, Dean Devlin.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure. Thank you very much, sir. Say something. Salute.
I know.